Galactic Federation of Light and Higher Self Message, March 3, 2017. Be aware that it is the joint consciousness of the people that is bringing about changes, that will lift you up out of the chaos and uncertainty that has existed for a long, long time. They have awakened to the power that they possess and no longer bow to the dictates of those they now recognize as the Dark Ones. For far too long humanity has accepted the rule of those who have only followed their own agenda, that is service to self. Now that people are awakening to their power to plan their own future, they are invoking changes that will result in their success. There are many souls of light on earth that are waiting for their opportunity to come to the forefront and lead the way. Together with the prompting and help from those in the higher realms, they will ensure that events unfold that will show the way forward. The timing depends very much upon other changes that are in the process of taking place, the main one being the announcement of the new republic, which is already in place. It will be the commencement of many desirable changes that will eventually lead to the announcement of Nasara. This will signal the move to a new way of governance and a peaceful existence. So whatever way you look at the happenings on earth at the present time, know that the cleansing is necessary if you are to gain your freedom. There will be casualties along the way, but many will be those that need such an experience to continue their evolution. Be assured that such occurrences are a necessary part of some souls' lives, and know that nothing of importance happens by chance and that all is carefully planned. Some will find it unbelievable, but you should bear in mind that all souls enter life on earth with a life plan that they have agreed beforehand. Even so, some doubt that it could be so, but understand that when you plan your life it is from a place where you fully appreciate the necessity for such experiences. It is about spiritual evolution, and your desire to complete your earthly experiences as soon as possible. As you have been informed already, you are never left alone to have your necessary experiences, as every soul has guides. They are helpful and ensure you'll fulfill your life plan, but do not otherwise interfere with your free will. Realize that important decisions such as choosing your partner are obviously part of your life plan. Should you start another relationship that is not meant to be permanent, then it will only go so far, and eventually you will meet the soul that you were meant to stay with. It may sound unlikely, but be assured that you can be led into the right situation by your guides, and you will not know you have been influenced to that extent. It also applies to life-threatening situations, inasmuch that you will escape death if your life plan is to carry on with your life. So be assured that your guides who know your life plan will ensure that you keep to it. There are some exceptions, but these are rare and would not arise in the normal way. It is never too late to turn to the light, and as soon as a soul makes that decision, their guides are alerted. They are in fact with you regardless of your acceptance of them, and will always help where possible. After all, you still have a life plan and it is so important that you live in accordance with it. You clearly would not wish to miss an opportunity to evolve. If you did, it would only have to come around again. Knowing that a life plan is in place, it is advisable to accept all that comes your way, because it clearly has a purpose and there is a lesson to be learned. If you have been disabled, it is no doubt difficult to believe that you agreed to it, but nothing that has so much bearing on the quality of your life is by accident. You have an expression "but for the grace of God go I," which means that you have recognized in another soul your own shortcomings. It is where you have received forgiveness, and not necessarily served a punishment that is set by your own system of justice. It is an example of God's love equally for all souls alike, and something you should also aspire to if you are to raise your vibrations. It is difficult to practice universal love at a level where such an understanding is lacking, and where man's laws punish misdeeds. It is not to say that wrongs must not be made good, but that forgiveness is far more beneficial to all. Souls respond to love and kindness, and punishment, even if considered necessary, can do more harm than good. It is a difficult subject to agree on, as clearly you must be able to protect people from those who have total disregard for another's well-being. However, when you can start to see what you are aspiring to, it helps you to know exactly what your goal is. Around the world, so many changes are taking place, and those that have exceeded their powers are being removed. The people are quickly awakening to the truth and how they have been manipulated and abused by those who have chosen to rule over others. Clearly not all are guilty, and those who have served the people are recognized for their honesty, and duty to them shall be placed where their love of the people can be freely expressed. Your new republic will become such an example as you will eventually come to see. Your destiny is to become free from oppression and threats of war, so that all can live in utter peace and happiness. The days of poverty and lack will disappear, and all will have exactly what they need to live a comfortable and safe life. It will take time for all changes to take place, but it is important that you know what the future holds for you all. A very long time ago there was a period similar to the one you are entering, so for many there may be a subconscious remembering and familiarity with what is manifesting. As you are beginning to understand, everything moves in cycles, and the ages come and go with regularity, but it is largely up to you how the future turns out. At present you have gone beyond the point of no return, and this cycle will take you to the promised land. It is what you have earned through your determination to rise up and not surrender to the dark ones. To some it may sound improbable, but bear in mind that it only requires a small percentage of those souls of light to carry the cycle forward. It has been a remarkable achievement, in view of the degree to which the Dark Ones had achieved control over you. Naturally there are always the higher ones overseeing your progress, and when God decrees that it is time for the light to increase, then action is taken accordingly. However, it still depends on you as individuals who are incarnate on earth to rise to the occasion. That you have done so splendidly, and now all souls of light have the opportunity to rise up out of the lower vibrations. Clearly there is still much work to be done to bring the new age into being, but a start has been made, and there will be no going back now. So keep your heads up and know that much still happens out of your sight, but events are nevertheless coming more into the public view. I leave you with love and blessings, and may the light brighten your days and path to completion. This message comes through my higher self. In love and light. Mike Quincy. treeofthegoldenlight.com